Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Hey, you like my headline there, or maybe you don't? Do you want to see what's causing so much rainfall across Michigan, across the Great Lakes? I guess I shouldn't say really so much amounts, but numerous rounds. It shows up clearly on the satellite picture out west across the Pacific. Just storm after storm lined up. And we get into these times where the Pacific is all flared up and it just keeps shooting storm systems at the U.S. I always use the analogy, if you played baseball in high school, we had this pitching machine. You know, it had two tires, I want to say, that were spinning, and you'd throw a ball in there, shoot it out, and that's kind of what the Pacific is doing right now, making a storm system, shooting out, making another one, shooting it out. Hey, good morning, Pamela Markham. And good morning, Tricia Turnwald from Chesaning. So let's get to it and show you what is going on here. And let me give you a perspective here. Okay, this is you're looking at the Western Hemisphere. So here's Florida down here. Here's Michigan. Here's California, Washington. Here's Alaska, and you're looking out into the Pacific here. So here's storm number 1 coming at us today. Here is storm number 2. Here is a subtropical jet stream that has a lot of moisture in it that feeds up into these storms. Here's storm number 3, storm number 4, 5, and 6. So you can see how they're lined all up, and you'll see it in the forecast here over the next couple of days. Here's a look at the current radar, and you can see that if you don't have rain in eastern Michigan yet, you will shortly. Southwest lower, you have the rain showers already, and it's heavier back to the west. This is a steady rain, and remember, we are at the time of the year when most of these rains will cut in half in intensity and coverage by about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. The sun comes up, and it kind of zaps the top of the cloud tops, evaporates them, weakens the rainfall. But so you take a moderate, steady rainfall, and you'll like it. Hey, good morning, Jeffrey Downer. Thank you for welcoming me back. Can I turn the water on in Charlevoix this weekend? Yes. Even though the temperatures look cool, it does not look like it would be anything that would freeze pipes where we winterize. You know, we're going to probably have a 32-degree day, but you're talking 1 or 2 hours, and you're talking most of the days are going to be 50s and 60s. We're going to drown. It doesn't look extremely heavy. Here it looks like numerous rains, not extremely heavy. Here is the radar forecast for today. I'm at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So as we go into the afternoon, the rain builds through a good chunk of the southern 2/3 of lower Michigan. Maybe Gaylord stays out of it. Maybe the eastern UP at times. Carl, I guess I won't cut my lawn today. Well, cut it before it starts raining is what I would do. What's the weekend look like? Right now, the storm system toward the weekend is Friday. So that gives us a decent chance of Saturday being dry. We're into this evening now, and the rain winding down. After the rain, we cool off a touch, and that means probably some fog developing overnight tonight. Okay, this graphic has been giving me a little bit of a fit. This is the total rainfall out of this rain coming up. And there you can see that, again, northern third, not much. Southwest lower, soaked, an inch maybe, probably a half inch to maybe an inch. That would include the Grand Rapids area. Let me see. No, it would just, boy, I go on vacation and I forget the counties. Yes, it would include the Grand Rapids area. And Kalamazoo toward Lansing, eastern part of the state, lighter amounts. So let's call it 2/10 to maybe 4/10 of an inch of rain, and the western UP in on some of that too. All right, high temperatures. David, no, winter is coming, but it's about 6 months away or so. Okay, high temperatures today, not very warm because of the clouds and the rain. Mark Chavez, how much rain in North Muskegon? I'm going to say, let's go back to it for you. I'm going to say you are probably, boy, you're close to being on that dividing line of where it tapers. So I'm going to say you're probably going to be 3/10 to maybe 6/10. Okay, so here's highs today. Here's tomorrow, a little bit better, mid 50s we'll call it. Here's Wednesday, a storm system approaching, and Wednesday does look a wet day. Hey, Ralph Russell, hopefully you heard my suggestion about a week or two and you seeded your lawn, and this is a great pattern for seeding lawn. But remember, you cannot put down the crabgrass pre-emergent when you do that, because the crabgrass pre-emergent is a pre-emergent that also keeps other grass seeds and other weed seeds from germinating, so you won't get any grass to germinate if you put down the crabgrass pre-emergent. That's one big mistake that folks make when they're trying to reseed their lawn. All right, this is Thursday, and we're looking at low 60s in southern lower. This is Friday, we're looking at upper 50s to 60. This is Saturday, temperatures about 60 degrees or so. So it's not real cool except for today, but it's not extremely. What's the temperature outlook going down the road? I think slow and steady for at least the next week or two, as adding a couple of degrees every few days. And the 6 to 10 and the 8 to 14 day are for cooler than normal weather. Okay, now we go to our extended model, and that shows our rain coming through this afternoon and this evening, drying out for tomorrow morning, and then we look at tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then here comes the Wednesday rain. The Wednesday rain is a pretty solid one with one of these low pressure centers that I showed you out in the Eastern Pacific coming toward us. And so I would call that a solid rain on Wednesday. Now we're into Thursday. That might be our day where we don't have showers, but it's still kind of a showery pattern. And as we go into Friday, you know what happens. Well, we're into Friday there. So this American model brings this one through on Thursday. We'll just have to play it by ear. But the point being is that you're looking at quite a few rounds of showers. Let's total it up through the week. Okay, let's go into Friday night. And there you see rainfall totals. We're looking at probably 1 inch to maybe 2 inches. This model indicates some 3-inch totals. I think it usually is overdone by maybe 50%. So I would call this a 1 to 2 1/4 inch rain across southern lower for the week total. So definitely a mud maker. Northern lower a little less, 1/2 inch to inch. Eastern UP, most of the UP over an inch or so. So there you have it, that we do have quite a few rounds of showers. Today, the showers will build. Get that yard mowed if you can do it now, or you're done. Tomorrow may be mostly dry with just a couple of isolated showers around. And then Wednesday looks like a soaker. Wednesday, I think that means Thursday will be dry and Friday will be back to some shower activity. But the point being is we are definitely in a very frequent rain pattern that usually means we don't get into the heavy flooding rains as in the 3, 4, 5 inch rains. It usually means we get a lot of 1/2 inch to inch rains, maybe 2 per week. And let's just hope that slows down. So we need to slow down. The farmers are starting to get a touch late on the planting. They're not so bad right now, but with the rain this week, the next week they're getting a little bit late, and then the rain's got to stop that following week, or they're getting quite late. And for us gardeners, it'll get muddy too. You know, if you have a small garden, you can do things like you could put a tarp on top of the ground, keep the rain off of it. Yeah, it'll soak in around some, but it'll help dry it out. You know, that's the advantage of, you know, maybe having a 10 by 10 garden plot in the back of your yard. You can kind of keep Mother Nature off of it, and get some things going, because the weather as far as temperatures will probably be favorable for things like that. All right, there you go. Amy said, am I going to do a weather garden? No, I'm just going to do a general garden and eat it. All right, thanks for joining me. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. We do this update every morning, so I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. I'll be updating you on a Wednesday solid rain, pretty sure. And watch for my posts on MLive. I'll have more on that too.